Hello, here's Sarah, and today I want to show you my 10 cards that I've made with the February 2021 card kit from Love from Lizi. I hope you get some inspirations. For card number 1, I use these pattern paper pieces from the kit. And I use some low tab tape and some ribbon. And then I glued it all down onto my black card base. Then I glued down a little bow. And then I stamped a greeting from my stash. This is going to be a sympathy card. The sentiment means ein stiller Gruß, a silent greeting. And here I use the enamel dots from the kit to embellish my card. And this is the finished card. For card number 2, I used pattern paper from the kit again. And then I cut away these edges from another pattern paper from the kit and I glued down on all 4 corners from the card. And then I stamped my sentiment. This is a birthday greeting. Glued it down. And then I used these little wooden shamrocks to embellish this card. And this is the finished card. For card number 3, I used this leftover piece as a guide to make myself these corners from another pattern paper. And then I glued down this funny pattern paper onto my card base, and then I used these corners. And I also used this peel-off sticker. I've only used one. Then I stamped this sentiment and I glued down with some foam tape this little ephemera piece and the sentiment, and then I glued down my enamel dots to embellish the card. Sometimes I have to figure out where I put my enamel dots down. And this is the finished card. For card number 4, I used one piece from this pattern paper and glued it down onto my card base. Cut away the excess paper, and then I used peel-off sticker again. To make myself a little frame. And then I stamped my sentiment directly onto my card base. And I used some of the sequins from the kit. And I use this ephemera bow. And this is the finished card. For card number 5, I used these 2 pattern papers cut away the excess, glue that down onto my card base, and then I stamp the sentiment, kleines Wunder, little miracle or little wonder. I thought this bow paper is backed for a baby card. And then I use these enamel dots. And this is the finished card. For card number 6, I stamped this lucky stamp from the kit with some Versamark ink, and I used this embossing powder from Lizi and heat embossed it. And then I stamped the rest from a sentiment in black. And I also stamped this stamp and colored it in. I also stamped another stamp from the sentiment, from the kit. And here I stamped a few times with this coffee mug in some Versamark ink directly onto my card base. And then I colored all in.
Sitting in the garden of past, the flag so sad it rose last is all tidied up and sorted out. I guess I'll head down south and leave this part aside to go where the violas arise. Oh, there's nothing left to say, so let's lay down and go on our ways. Save the best and keep the memories well. Take care of yourself and farewell. I gave all my heart, I know, so I'm free to see violas grow. Show me where the river starts to flow. My heart won't feel no longer full of stones. So much you it seems the hardest to me to abandon an old home to see that I love someone for real. Means to let him be all free. Oh, This was a lesson not to learn, but now I know. So cut the cords and let the birds go on. Maybe they will return, but do not wait too long. So lay down your burden, it's okay. Till morning brings you to
Then
another day.
I fold my card base, as you see in here, in the middle, and glue down my panel. I don't glue it down completely because this is going to be an easel card, and here I used some foam tape to glue down the rest of my sentiment and also my little coffee. I used an enamel dot for my little flower, and this is the finished easel card. For card number 7, I used a stamp from my stash again, and I used these ephemera wreath and some acetate, and then I glue down some of the pattern paper from the kit directly on my card base, and I used sequins from the kit, and with some foam adhesive I glued down my shaker window that I've made with the wreath, and also use this bow. Glued down my sentiment, von Herzen gute Besserung, get well soon, and I used some enamel dots, and this is the finished card. For card number 8, I stamped this picture and the lucky stamp from the kit, and colored it in.
Sitting in the garden of past, the flags of sunny rose last is all tidied up and sorted out. I guess I'll head down south and leave this part aside to go where the violas arise.
Then I used these leftover pattern pieces and glued them down. And I glued down this colored stamp, and I used some acetate and some of the sequins. And this is a card base from my stash, a craft card base 6 by 6 inches. And I use some foam tape and glue down my panel. Cut away all the excess paper. And then I use this sentiment that I've die cut out with the dies from the kit, the matching dies. Glue down the rest of my sentiment. And to finish it off, I use these enamel dots on all 4 corners. And this is the finished card. For card number 9, I stamped this lucky stamp, this big lucky stamp again with some watermark and used some embossing powder from Lizi. And then I use some pattern paper. Cut away the excess paper from the back of my card, and then I use the washi tape with some white paper. Again, cut away the excess paper with my scissors, and then I use this little panel in white, and then I use these hands and position it onto my card like they hold this little panel together. And then I stamped my sentiment and glue down my So Lucky. Again, I've used the matching dies from the kit, the shadow die. And this is the finished card. For my last card, I use this big stamp again. And I used some leftover pattern paper from the kit. Then I glued my sentiment down. And I glued down this heart ephemera from the kit. And then I used peel-off stickers from the add-on peel-off sticker set. And this is the finished card. Here you can see all of the cards again. I really hope you like them. It was such a fun to create them. I really like this kit, and I hope you liked it too. As always, I have everything linked into my description box. as always, I'm curious which one is your favorite card. I really like the easel card. I have additionally used these add-on peel-off stickers from the month of February, then these embossing powders from Lizi, this stamp set from the January card kit, and these are the stamp sets that I use, that I have in my stash for my German sentiments. And here are the stamps and the Copic colors I've used. These are some special markers, some metallic markers. And here are all the leftover pieces. I have 15 pattern papers left, full sheets, and then I have these peel-off stickers, the enamel dots, some of the sequins, these shamrocks, ribbon, all these ephemera pieces, some washi tape, of course the stamp set, and the matching dies. I really hope you liked this video and give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!